to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. So today is a Christmas clean and prep with me, part of the Vlogmas series. I am going to try and get another video filmed over the weekend and up on my channel before Christmas Eve. There are still some jobs that I want to get done on the to-do list before Christmas is here, but I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, come and say hello in the comments, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join me here on YouTube. I would love to have you as part of my little community over here, and let's jump into today's video. My previous cleaning video, I will leave a link to it here on the screen and a link in the description box if you want to have a little catch up with that as well. So I've got some jobs on my to-do list that I wanted to get done before Christmas. The first video that's already up is more of me decluttering some of the cupboards in the kitchen which had things like the kids' craft bits in, just because I know they're going to be getting new bits and pieces for Christmas. And another job is I wanted to sort the sofa out in the front room, so I wanted to pull it out, I wanted to get rid of everything under it, because it doesn't matter if I keep on top of this or not, the amount of things that end up under the sofa is crazy. And I wanted to rotate all the cushions, hoover under the cushions, you know, all the good stuff. So that is coming up in today's video. Before we head into the front room, we are just in the kitchen, so I am just trying to keep on top of all the more maintenance bits in the kitchen. So things like making sure the hob is nice and clean, the extractor's clean, all the sides, all the door fronts. That's something I do try and keep on top of weekly. So we are starting in the kitchen today, and I've just done the washing up, and then I've run another fresh bowl of hot soapy water in the sink, and then I'm just giving the hob a wipe over with the extractor before we move on to the sides.
Up till now, don't know where, don't know how. Lately I've come to realize that I can see it in your eyes, so it's true. I'm so glad you feel it too. Nothing to hide but falling in love. To me it's perfectly clear we're falling in love. It's true, this part of the year has something in store for us. We're falling in love. Summer ended, but we did not. We started something. This thing that we got grew stronger. Each day we're together. All the way on, we're falling in love. To me it's perfectly clear we're falling in love. It's true, this part of the year has something in store for us. We're falling in love. Hey! Take. Walking around, you and me.
And in a minute you'll see when I pop everything back, so I always just leave this big chopping board on the hob. You can probably see it's been not pushed aside a fair few times with the little char marks on it, but I just like to have my candle on it. But that plate just at the back that stood against the splashback, I actually made that when I went out for pottery with the mums from football. That was such a good night out. So you picked a piece of pottery that you wanted to like decorate, paint, so I just went with a plate, and obviously it's Christmas inspired, and yeah, it was all then glazed, and we went down to collect it a week later, and I love how it turned out. So it obviously has pride of place in my kitchen, just behind the chopping board. That way it can't really roll anywhere. But I'm just giving the sides a quick once over. Do you know, I end up doing this like a couple of times a day because I spend most of my days at home, so I always find I have to like potter around. And then I'm moving on to these shutters. So I'm just dusting them today because not long ago I really deep cleaned them. So if I am going in with a deep clean, all I use is hot soapy water, probably with a little bit of Zaflora just to help get that grease off. But they weren't looking too bad today, so I'm just using the Flash duster to get in between each of the slats. It's quite easy to do with my duster because the gap between each slat is fairly wide. I know some blinds you have to use a special tool to get in, but I can do it fairly easy. And again, a job I like to try and keep on top of to make it easier for me going forward, and I don't have to spend hours and hours cleaning it if I kind of just try and keep on top of them and dust them every now and again.
You're the sea, and put some big fat golden stars in your book for me. Tell me Santa it's Christmas all about love. In that case, can I have the one?
So I'm just moving over to the fronts of the cupboards and the drawers. So all I'm using here, because they've not long been done, I'm just using my magic eraser. Honestly, these magic erasers are a lifesaver for me. There was a few little scuff marks on this bottom bit. It's mainly from the Hoover, I think, where I get a bit happy with it, drag it along, you know, as you do. And there's a few marks from Clifford on these drawer fronts, and they're a little bit more stubborn, so I just like to go in and tackle those, but I'm not going to go in and fully disinfect them because they've only just been done. It was more of like a spot, like removing the spot marks today.
I think I've got more than enough, just don't walk it around being me. And I'm sure Santa Claus can see and make you mine. Tell me Santa it's Christmas all about love.
Then I'm just quickly popping over to the other side of the kitchen. I am just moving everything around here and just going in with the Flash spray, just because this side, it doesn't get used very often. It's more like storage, so it gets very dusty over here. So I just wanted to make sure everything is nice and cleaned over here. Obviously I did deep clean it in my last video where we cleaned the toaster that was in a little bit of a mess, so I'm glad that job's done. And then we are just clearing away Play-Doh. Honestly, Pen is obsessed with Play-Doh, but she just leaves out and then it just goes hard. So luckily she's got some more coming for Christmas, but it's all over the table at this point. So I'm just packing all the bits away back in the craft cupboard. Now it's nice and organised, it's easy just to lift it up, pop it away, just makes clearing up a lot easier. Then I'm going to get rid of this Play-Doh, pop it back in the Play-Doh box, and then we're going to give the table a wipe over before we move on to hoovering the floors, and you'll get to see the new shark in action. Then just going to shake this mat out. I'm in desperate need of a mat to just go on the floor out here. I don't mind so much in the summer, but in the winter we don't have carpet anywhere downstairs, so I do just like a mat to be in the floor. I mean, I wash it more times than it's probably on the floor with the kids and the dog, but this one, honestly, it's about 6 or 7 years old, and you'll probably see in a minute when I put it down, it's got threads hanging out of it, and I think I got it from Home Sense, just in their like random ad hoc section, so I need to have another little look there because we do need another one. The amount of times I trip over these threads and it gets caught around my foot, I just don't know, there's something nice about walking on a rug out here, especially when I'm washing up. I tend to drag it over as well and just pop it like on that bit under the sink, but yeah, just giving the floors a quick hoover. They don't need steaming or anything today because I've done them the previous day before, so I'm just going around and hoovering. I do tend to hoover a couple of times a day, especially with Clifford and his fur, which he constantly molts, and I just find it's fairly easy, and I quite enjoy using my new hoover, I'm not gonna lie.
When it's cold and dreary, oh Christmas tree.
Then we're just going to move into the hallway. Just start off by giving everything a very quick dust with my Flash duster. So I'm just moving all the Christmas decorations off of the radiator cover, giving the picture frames a nice dust. I'm going to do all down these fronts on the stairs, and then what we're going to do in a minute is actually just go in again with the magic eraser and my disinfectant spray and just give these fronts a good wipe down because they are white and they do show the marks, and it's not a huge space out here, so they do need keeping on top of.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear.
Then it's time to give the floors a quick hoover again. Just look at the headlights on it. I love it so much. It's actually really great for the hallway, especially when I do under the radiator cover, because that can get quite dusty under there, especially this time of year with the heating, things like that being on. So it just helps guide me where the dust is. Again, not mopping the floor today because I've done that the day before, so it's just a quick hoover and then the hallway is done.
Carolers are singing outside our door. Lovely songs we all heard before as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day.
And then it is the next day, because when the evenings are drawing so early, it just really throws me and I completely lost track of time. So we are now in the front room. If you can see at the top of the screen, it looks like it's slightly blurry. It isn't. It's my really obnoxious microphone creeping in, so I do apologise about that. I'll make sure to check that before I film my next video. I didn't actually notice when I was setting my camera up, but it's only when I've come to edit I'm thinking, what is that at the top of the screen? And I was just doing actually a little bit of vlogging for Vlogmas, and it was doing it then and I actually noticed it. So I'll see if I can play around with that. If not, I might just have to get a slightly smaller microphone, because my microphone is just so big and it's, it's trying to take over the camera at this point. But we're now in the front room, as you can see. And I decided we needed to go through the toys that were currently in here, especially with Christmas being days away. So I'm going through her little toy box that she has over here and just sorting through some of the baskets. So when we sorted out our storage room a couple of weeks ago now, we got rid of a lot, so it freed up a couple of these boxes that are in our Calyx unit. So I'd managed to sort through the pink basket that you just saw me carrying out, and then we've put it between these two spare boxes, which is mainly her Barbies and her unicorns, things like that. The toy box for now will be staying, but eventually that is going to go into the storage room as well. But I'm actually really pleased with it because it's made this corner, you'll see in a moment, look so much less cluttered. So I'm glad I got that job ticked off the list as well.
As we walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Yeah. A Merry Christmas Day. Dance around the Christmas tree. Wishing all a Merry Christmas. Dance around the.
So time to move over to the sofa. So I'm just going to take these cushion covers off, pop them in the wash, and they'll be fresh on. They had quite a few marks on them. Other than that, the other cushion covers are actually fine because they were washed not that long ago. But look at underneath these cushion covers. The cushions, sorry, not the covers. So I'm just starting by taking everything off, just pulling out the bigger bits that I do not want to go up and block my hoover. And then we are going to tidy this mess up under here. Once I've done that, what I'll do is I'll just flip the cushions and rotate them and just swap them over. So I'll pop the one that's on my back there, I'll pop that into the other corner just so I'm rotating them around a little bit, because some of them get sat in more than others, because I usually sit in the same spot on the sofa, so does Tom. And normally the corner one doesn't get used as often. So we're just going to do that. So I'm just, there you go, so you can see me popping it back. And then I'm just going to hoover the actual cushions themselves, and then I need to move this section out before I can tackle the other section so I can get to underneath of the sofa.
Want you close. I got all this joy in my heart, and if it's getting dark, yeah, we can go inside.
So sofa pulled out, not too bad. It's not the best though, so I'm just going to get rid of these bottles. We've got quite a big gap actually under our sofa, so things can easily just roll under there. And we've got some pictures that are down because I've got the Christmas ones up. Our Monopoly board game, the electric one, that has never been used, so we are planning on using that this Christmas, doing a little family game. And then I'm just going to hoover the floor and pop the sofa back in position, and then I'll do it to the other side. We're cleaning the sofa. Penny is using it as a trampoline. She is very helpful, bless her, but she does like to run up and down it. I think most of this mess is actually her and Ollie, but there's quite a lot of Clifford's fur. You can't really see from this angle, but I actually managed to get, when I was in TK Maxx, this, it's like a rubber roller. I think it's from the brand Beldry, and you just wash it off. So you would just run it under hot soapy water and then pop a like a wrapper back around it to protect it, and it did such a fab job at lifting Clifford's fur off of the sofa, because I find like with his fur it's quite coarse and it kind of sticks in, it's like a needle, if that makes sense. It can get, you can see me using that tool here, so I'm just running along and it's not being overly harsh, because I have used in the past the little stair scrapey tool, but it's a little bit harsh on this because this black material is more like a felt, and so you can't go overly like aggressive with it because it will tear, but it lifted it all into a pile, so I'm really glad I picked this up. And then I just went into the kitchen, literally ran it under the sink, everything came off and it's ready to be used again, so I do really recommend that. And then the final job is just to give the sofa a lovely spray with the Febreze spray. This is a new one. I picked it up in the scent Nordic Sky and I love it. Then I'm just going to move all of the Christmas decor, give it a dust. I'm not going to lie, guys, at Christmas time especially, the dusting does get neglected, just because it's a little bit of a faff moving everything off, because I don't normally have a lot of decor pieces, especially on the beam and things like that, so it's easy to stay on top of, but I just want to make sure it's all nice and cleaning up together for Christmas, because we're going to have a lot of people in and out. Obviously, we're going to be spending a lot of time at home, so it's just a perfect time to just tackle it while I've got a bit of extra time to do so. And then we'll be moving over. We'll do the same for the sideboard, same for the telly before we tackle the floors. And you can see frozen on the background. We were having the loveliest afternoon tackling this front room. But what I am going to be doing here is a little bit difficult with the tree. As you can see, I'm manoeuvring around everything, but I'm just giving the rug a big shake out, because again, with Clifford's fur and everything else, it just makes sure everything is out. Then I'm going to hoover the actual floors, just go under the sofa a little bit nearer the front. and then I'm going to bring the mop in, just give it a nice mop under the mat, that way I know it's all nice and clean, and then we will pop the mat back down, and then I will hoover the mat once I've done that. So usually the mat does get hoovered twice. I just find I need to shake it out to really, because it's quite a, like the pile is quite loose on it, so like Clifford's fur and things can get right down to the base. So if I just give it a shake out, it does normally get most things out, and that way I know it's all nice and clean. And then when I hoover it, once I've done that, the pile comes up really well.
Let's go outside, the snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me.
So that is going to wrap up my video today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's portion of the cleaning prep for Christmas. Like I said, I'm going to do some more bits and pieces, especially over the weekend. I will film that for you, and I will do my best to get that up prior to Christmas Day. I'm trying to be really on top with my Vlogmas video, so thank you so much for all the support this year and this month especially. I know December is a very busy month for everybody. There's lots more videos, so when you are supporting my channel and like any of your other favorite content creators, it really does mean the world if you're taking time out of your busy schedule to come and support us. So again, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the views, all the likes, all the comments, and all the subscribes. And yeah, another fab year, and here's to 2025. But before that, we've got a few more videos, so I will see you in my next one. Bye everyone.
That I can be with you, 'cause God knows that I've been longing for you. I just wanna hold you close. You know the stars are shining just for you. Let's take a walk and we can follow the moonlight till we reach a place we can stay. Maybe kiss a bit and dream away. And in a while